Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Bailey and we actually don't have a budget today, but I did want to give an update on my Jeep. If you are new here, on Sunday, we just recently went to start our car and it wouldn't start. We thought it was something simple, well not simple, but simple like a fuel pump or a starter, an alternator or something like that, but come to find out it was my engine and we now have to pay like $5,000. So if you haven't saw my last two videos, we just recently have to empty mostly all of our binders so that we can get this problem fixed and get back on the road, because we do drive Uber and Lyft, and our car almost had 300,000 miles on it. So we kind of knew this was going to happen, but we didn't think we thought we would get a little more, because this is like the third car that we would have gotten over 300,000 miles, but this Jeep didn't make it. So Mr. Bailey is in the kitchen laughing at me. Yeah, almost made it. But anyway, we are going to be doing a question and answer today. We're going to be talking about Dave Ramsey. We're going to be talking about YouTube. How long did it take me to get monetized? How much have I made so far? And all of those type of things. So, and some questions that you guys has been asking me over the last couple months. But first, I want to say thank you to whoever, what's her name? Katie Wells Walks. Let's see. It is Simply Katie Walks. She is my first channel member, and I want to say thank you for that. If you guys can't access the membership, it's like for some odd reason the button won't show up like right away. I've even Googled it, and I guess people have this problem all the time. And it's I'll leave the link in the description of how you can join if that's something you want to do to support the channel, and you'll also get some perks. So first off, the first question that I get is, why Dave Ramsey? And it's a train coming right when I said that. But why Dave Ramsey? And Dave Ramsey, I can't say that I will or am following him 100%, because as you can see, if you've watched my previous two videos, we have used credit. We use a credit card to pay the majority of our for our engine, because we just started this cash stuffing thing like 2 months ago. But we did have not a good portion, but a nice amount to be able to pull out. And this was after just getting things fixed. Hey, Maddie, can you turn that down a little bit? Sorry, guys. Well, I always tell y'all this is real life. But we have fixed, we just got new tires. We just got two new batteries. We just got brakes. We've gotten all these things on top of getting stuff done for our older car. But the question about Dave Ramsey is, I like that Dave Ramsey is a no-nonsense type of guy. And he's the one that kind of pushed me into this. Yes, he's tough and he's going to tell it like it is. But I like the fact that he's saying, if you're my age, you need to get off your butt and get something going, because you shouldn't be in this predicament. Now, I could have just sat around and said, hey, I don't care, woe is me or whatever. But listening to him and his steps, because this is not my first time doing this, but this is my first time getting this far with it. So as far as having the baby step number one is saving for your emergency fund. We've kind of already have done that twice and depleted. Now we're about to build up again. Now we are starting to pay down our debt, and from smallest to largest, that's the snowball method. And I like the snowball method because it does give you like some quick gratification. So like my first bill is $122. Well, before the engine did, that's what I was just about to pay on Monday, but I had to put it towards the engine. But as soon as we are back on the road, hopefully tomorrow, that's going to be the first thing that we pay, is that. And I'll feel good about being able to check that off and mark that off the list. So that's one of the reasons why I like Dave Ramsey, and I like the whole debt snowball thing. I also like Tiffany the Budgetista. I also like the Budget Mom. So it's not like I'm just all the way 100% Dave Ramsey, but I do like his method and his way of getting things done and trying not to use credit. In case of emergency, like how I'm having right now, then maybe that's something you have to do. But another question was why Lyft and Uber? Like, why? I have had people say, hey, you need to you need to sell that car and you need to get a real job. I'm just going to be plain and simple with you, and we're going to move on from this question. We have been entrepreneurs. Me and my husband have been together for 21 years, and we have been entrepreneurs from the very beginning, and we're used to being entrepreneurs. We do have another business also, but we're kind of trying to phase out of that. And when we're waiting on checks from that business, Uber and Lyft is paying the bills. I can get paid every day, and then I don't have to go when I don't want to. So this is one of the reasons why we like Lyft and Uber, and we don't want to sell our car and get a $10,000 car, because then we wouldn't be able to drive Lyft and Uber, and we would have to go get a job. Neither one of us have a degree from a university. You know, we graduated high school and we have some trades and everything, but for me to go get a job making $15, $18 an hour, no shade to anybody that's making $15 or $18 an hour, you have to do what you have to do. But he and I together make about anywhere between $400 and $600 a day with Uber and Lyft, and we can get that money every day. I don't have to wait 2 weeks for that money. So that's the reason why we drive Uber and Lyft. This is not a question, but it was a comment saying living paycheck to paycheck is very common nowadays. This is the reason why we're on this journey, because we do not want to live paycheck to paycheck. If we was living paycheck to paycheck right now, we would be like how we was just 2 months ago. We would be up the creek without a paddle right now, because when our engine went out, we have not been to work since Saturday, and it is now Wednesday. So, but all of our bills are paid. We don't have any bills until late next week, and hopefully we'll get our car back tomorrow and we'll be able to, get back on the road. Even though we did say that we were, if it doesn't come back sooner, we will go out and at least like DoorDash or do something like that, just to have like a little extra cash coming in, because as of now, we just haven't had anything coming in since Saturday. But all of the bills are paid, and we do not want to live paycheck to paycheck, because if we did, what would we do right now if we had bills, if the bills that were already paid, that we already had the money for, we already had cash stuff, what would we do right now? We would be late and behind and everything, and that's what we're not trying to get into. So yes, paycheck to paycheck is common, but if you can help it, try to get out of that system and move forward. And I would definitely start this journey if you can. I don't care how much you make. I don't care if it's only putting $5 away here, $10 away there. It adds up, believe me, because we didn't even know that we had almost $1,500 just sitting in separate envelopes that we could actually pull out. So another question was, why is your car payment so much? Our car payment is so much because we bought that car used. It had 49,000 miles on it. We bought it in the end of April of 2022, and we had bad credit, and we got denied. This was all at the same car place. Denied. The last one that would approve us we have a high interest rate, and we was both surprised, and we almost walked out of there. But our Buick that we still have right now was giving us so many problems, and we couldn't really make a good amount of money with it. I think we was door dashing, and then of course we had our floor maintenance business, but we just had too much problems with that car, and we wanted to be able to do more. So yes, our car note is $800 a month. We had not been able to refinance up until this point because our credit wasn't good enough. So for us to refinance, it wasn't really, nobody would approve us. So I know people ask all the time, like, can you refinance? Can you go to a credit union? Can you do this? Believe me, we have thought about all of these things, but now we are getting to the point now to where we can refinance if we want to. But because that the car, I mentioned this in the last video, because the car is about to have only 30,000 miles on it now, we are probably most likely within the next couple months going to trade that car in and get another car cheaper and with a lower interest rate, and then just try to pay it off and be done with it. But we want to make sure that we save up a good amount first before we do that. So another one was, how did you fall into such horrible loans? This was another thing. The car, trying to get the car fixed and having bad credit. We would go to the car place, to the car place that would offer these loans. If your car is fixed and that's your way of making money, then you're going to get whatever you can as far as money wise to be able to get back on the road. Well, we have done these kind of loans. I think that these two loans was probably like our third time doing this with the car place. We're not with that car place anymore. We're actually with another car company that's closer to us now. I mean, a car auto, whatever, fix it place. But when your credit is bad and you don't have credit cards or you don't have cash saved up, you have to go to these loans. Well, we would always pay them off within 90 days and we didn't have any problems. But this last time, not this last time, like I'm talking about that last time, we got a lot of work done to actually both cars. And we had got some loans through the car place and it was a time when I was actually going through like a little bit, I think I was going through a depression and I just didn't even know it. Like I wasn't working. My husband was trying to do everything by himself and I didn't work for like almost 2 months. And some of the things, like the major bills were paid, but things like that was kind of like falling behind. And when the 90 days, like we were paying them on time, but when the 90 days came to pay off the whole balance, we just didn't have the money to do it like we always did. And now it like tripled. And the interest is like crazy on those too. So that was one of the reasons why we wanted to push that first. We wanted to put, instead of doing the debt snowball, we kind of wanted to do the avalanche method on that because it's just still basically almost staying the same amount because of the interest rate. Another question is, how much do you make on YouTube? And how long did it take for you to get monetized? So I did my first debt confession video on August 4th. On August 15th or 16th, I woke up one day and my views was going crazy on that particular video. It was like 2 weeks later, almost. And it just started getting a lot of views and I started getting a lot of subscribers. It was nothing that I did, I don't think, except for being real, just being myself. So if there's any advice that I can give you on how to start your YouTube channel and get views right away and get monetized right away, I could just only say, be yourself and the views will come and the people will come. But after that, I started doing videos every day. From August 16th, I started doing videos every day. And by September, I think it was September 21st. So like 1 month later, September 21st, I was monetized. But I actually got monetized. I was able to get monetized before that. So I would say in like 3 weeks time, I was able to apply to get monetized. And then about time they approved everything and everything went through, as that took about a week, I was monetized in 1 month, like a little over 1 month. But as far as 3 weeks, I was able to apply. And so that last week of September, so the check that I'll get next week, this will be my first YouTube check. It is going to be, I was going to do this in a budget video, but we just don't know how these budget videos are going to go because we now have to get kind of like caught back up, start, for next week. But it was almost $117. It was $116.89, something like that. So that's how much I made for 1 week with YouTube. And as far as for right now, I have not gotten my numbers for today, but as of yesterday, I think it was like $250 that I made so far. So it hasn't been like a whole lot, but all it takes is just like one of those videos to go crazy for you to be able to, you know, for your money to just change on YouTube. It's just about getting to that point to get monetized first. So I'm very thankful and very appreciative to all of you that sit and watch the ads and watch my videos all the way to the end. Thank you so much, because that is helping me on this journey. And now, since I have to come out of $5,000 extra that I didn't plan on coming out of this month, I really am appreciative of this YouTube money now. So another question was, why won't you get a regular job? I think I kind of explained that in a couple questions up of why we won't get a regular job. And it just doesn't make any sense for us to go work for somebody and bring home $400 or $500 a week. That it just doesn't make any sense. That's kind of like going backwards for us right now. But if it ever came down to it and I had to, believe me, I would. Do you budget for groceries and gas? No, we do not at this particular point budget for groceries and gas. I just said in the video before the car went down that we were going to start bringing in the groceries, because somebody, it's over there, it's all buried, but somebody just sent me the Budgets by Paycheck workbook from, what's her name? The Budget Mom. And her system is so easy to use and everything, that where you can see where your money is going, that I said that we were going to start putting in the groceries so that our budget can be a little bit more realistic, because you guys don't really see us spend for groceries. But I don't think I'll ever put in the gas, because we, until we can phase out of Uber and Lyft, until we can start making money another way, we have to put gas in our car like at least 2 times a day. That's the minimum of 2 times a day. When we're both driving, we have to put gas in, and it doesn't make any sense, because so we just give you the numbers after taxes, after gas, and actually after groceries. But we're going to start adding groceries in, so that budget is going to be changing pretty soon. Do you have to pay your own taxes? Yes, we do have to pay our own taxes. We are, with Uber and Lyft, we are 1099 contractors, and that is also the same with our floor maintenance company, and now YouTube. And the last question is, why do you go grocery shopping every day? That is because we haven't had a budget yet, been able to plan a budget yet, to be able to go bulk shopping, so that we can only go shopping for the little things every week. And when I say bulk shopping, like we would go to, like I would like to go to Sam's Club and buy a big thing of hamburger, a big thing of, you know, a couple big things of chicken breasts, some wings, and, you know, some pot roast, you know, like all of those things, all of your little things, you know, your flour, your sugar, your just things that you know that you need. And then we could plan, then we'll start meal planning. That's why I'm thankful for that Budget by Paychecks book, because we will be able to meal plan, and I'll be able to see what we need for that week and actually put those things in the budget. So I'm excited about that too. But anyway, that is the question and answers that we have for today. If you have anything else that you want to know from us or whatever, you can leave it down in the comments. Feel free to ask. This is just some questions that I would see over and over again over the course of a couple months. So anyway, that is it for today's video. I will come tomorrow with an update on the Jeep, and hopefully back to some cash stuff in pretty soon, so we can build those binders back up. But I'll see you all tomorrow.